Hello, my friends. I just wanted to kind of throw this video out as a New Year's resolution and Eve kind of a thing. I do have some other Eve videos that I have planned and a lot of Eve content that I want to get to. Some of it's going to take a lot of planning, unfortunately, simply because it is very work and editing intensive. But be looking forward to that stuff this year in the 2014. Hope you guys are getting used to writing that down. But as you can see, I'm just kind of motoring around Empire Space. Scary thing for me to do, considering I don't like Empire. It's got local and stuff. That's just disturbing. But right now I am actually heading out to grab part of my New Year's resolution for Eve. I've been part of Eve for years now, and even with a year off, I did not have my skill queue running. As you can see here, I do have a long skill queue set currently, but even with a year off, I still have 60 million SP. It's fairly moderate. I did have some breaks every once in a while and whatnot, so for the age of my character, I'm not at the optimal skill points, and I really don't care that you see what I have trained and how I have it trained, because really at this point I'm pretty proficient at everything. But one of the things, I took a year off due to real life, but a lot of that was also burnout, because when you become a veteran of Eve, you kind of lose your way as far as, motivation for even logging in. What am I going to do? It's all going to be the same stuff, or, nothing's going to be going on and nobody's going to, be active enough for me to really bother logging in. But for this year, actually, I don't know, I feel like with the upcoming awesome games that we have, Eve Valkyrie is going to be, more of the Star Citizen type game. Let me jump through here. And that kind of thing. I kind of got reinvigorated just because there's, I realized there's still things that I have not experienced in Eve. I've been here for a long time, but the majority of my time has been in wormholes. Now you can experience a lot of Eve through wormholes anyways, but I have, through choice, chosen not to do so. For example, only recently did I really start playing around in nullsec and shooting nullsecers, that kind of thing. The only other time I've really seriously done that was when I FC'd the fleet for taking down a supercarrier. And to my knowledge, that was the first supercarrier that, or supercap in general, that a wormhole corp has taken down. And so now, shoot, where am I going? Amar. Lucky Amar. I just happen to be close to Amar. There's no reason I go here in particular. Jita would be awesome because, prices are better there. But I don't have to motor all the way to Jita. Anyways, back on track. What I was talking about. My resolution. All right, so actually you can see my resolution. Part of it being right here. And that is, be more of a Care Bear. Be like, why, Memu? Why would you want to be a Care Bear? And it's not because, I don't want to PvP anymore. Boo-hoo, I lose ships. Actually, I don't lose ships all that often. But there's just things in the game that I have yet to really get into, and I have not Care Beared in ages, years, quite literally. I'll do the occasional gas mining or ore mining. I haven't done that in ages. And of course I'll run wormhole sites. Sure, why not? Because that's how you earn ISK. That's how I even keep myself in ships in the first place. But ad hoc has never been, and I don't think ever will be, a wormhole corp that is dedicated to being space rich. We don't roll around in billions. Some of us do, because, we know how to play the markets, or we do dedicate our time to running the sites that are going to give us the most ISK for our time, kind of a thing. But I have not. I log in, I'm either looking for PvP, I want to go blow crap up, or I am looking to interact with my corp mates. The only reason I'm even in Eve right now in the first place, number one, is thanks to the generosity of my corp mates. I post an AFG on the forums, and suddenly someone's like, hey, here's a Plex, kind of a thing. And I love them for that. But their generosity is not the only thing keeping me in here, but it's their camaraderie in Eve and in, gaming in general. Just the fact that I'm able to fly with such a great group of people, that is what you need to find. And I did not realize I had walking in stations turned on. I was wondering what was going on. I don't normally, but I think I did this for recording on one of my previous videos. Anyways, this is long and rambling so far. But all of this to say that my care-bearing attitude is more of getting back to my roots. I started out as a care bearer. I loved running, running with mining ops and just doing the general care bear stuff. That's not to say I don't want to lose my ship. I don't want there to be risk. I do. That's what makes it interesting. That's what makes it worth the risk of being in wormhole space. But I have quickly realized that month to month, I'm not really, I may not always be able to, put in a full share for ISK payouts, that sort of a thing. And I need to really be ISK dependent. And that was one of the things, if you apply to ad hoc, having an alternate source of ISK earning is almost a requirement because, we're not about the ISK. We're about having fun with each other and just hanging out, blowing crap up and playing Eve. And so, I'm just terrible at sticking to a point. But Marauders, I have yet to train. I don't know why. I thought I had it injected at the very least. I don't have a Marauder ship at all, and they're stupidly expensive. I have like a well-fit Marauder for, soloing W space is going to be like 3 billion. I have not had that much money in game, and I don't think ever. I've never seen 3 billion sitting in my, I should probably upgrade my medical clone, shouldn't I? Good thing I stopped by. Good grief. Yeah, I would lose out on a lot of stuff. So let's go ahead and upgrade. And for you younger guys, you can just see how much fun it is to upgrade. Woo! Good night. It's going to cost me, it's only 9 million. Whoop-de-frickin-do. When you get up to 450,000 SP, holy crap, it's going to cost you a lot. Thankfully, I'm not that old, and I have not kept up that much to worry about right now. But so, go ahead and pay the 9 million. Whoop-de-do. Alright, so my clone is updated, and right now I have 26 days. I am Perception Willpower mapped, so it is on the best mapping for Minmatar Battleship 5. I only really have... Let's go down here. I only really have Galente Battleship 5. So my current idea is to get something that I can run with fleets. So something like, I don't know, Ishtar or Legion, something like that. And build up enough money where I can buy a said Marauder. I'm training into a Marauder. I could sit in a Marauder like a Kronos. I could probably sit in that within a couple days. No problem. I have all the skills trained up for that. But for my needs, I would like to sit in a Vargur. Now, I don't have T2 projectiles trained, so that's going to take a while. And I don't have Battleship 5 except for Galente, so that's going to take a while. So, well, in the meantime, just kind of give you guys ideas as well. You never have to shoot straight for one thing. You don't have to, take a hit in your training plan. Never feel like you have to train straight into something just because, hey, it's the best for this. You can, go up the ladder. Just work with something that is optimal on a lower level. And then, quickly build your resources into something that would allow you to move, up the rung of the ladder. So what I'm doing is getting a small ship, maybe run with some fleets or try to solo some lower level sites by myself, get the loot, sell the loot, and, kind of catapult myself into the biggest and best stuff for care bearing. And the ultimate goal, not being, hey, I'm just gonna, I've done Eve, I'm just gonna sit back and earn tons of money. No, but it is to, again, earn that alternate source of ISK, so that if something's not going on, a lot of times, in wormholes, you don't have a lot to do. You might scan down the chain, there's nothing in the chain, unless you want to just chain roll all day long. Boring as crap, by the way. Or if, nobody's on during a certain time frame. You know, a lot of times there's holes in corp time zones, and or there's, you know, just a lull in activity. Nobody's doing anything in particular. I can go out and earn ISK, and then I can run those super blingy ships through PvP and just not be as worried about it. I can also plex my account, because the only way I have played, and the only reason I have played EVE for so long, is because they allow you to plex. And, you know, when I joined, 300 million, that was a lot. It is now double that. And so it's getting hard for me to dedicate the time that I need, both through real life and just my, you know, my other games that I would, you know, like to play as well, and now the channel. So trying to split all my time with that, and not having an actual currency burden of, you know, $15 a month. You know, that may not seem like a ton of money to a lot of people, but for me right now, things are tight. You know, I'm not always having the greatest paychecks, and I would like to have $15 a month for, you know, food, taking care of, you know, my family, that kind of a thing. So anyways, good grief, I did not realize, I did not intend for this video to be so long, so sorry about that, guys. But I am here specifically, oh good grief, sorry, my mouse has been wacky lately, but all of that to pick up my Marauder book and get that injected. Apparently I can't spell Marauders. There we go, book. And that's going to run me 66 million. It's only 3 million over, so I'm not too worried about it. I really don't care. Gotta spend money to make money, and that is no truer than it is in EVE, because you really do. If you have money, you have the ability to make a ton of money if you work the market, or if, you know, if you want to throw it at Blink. Blink is, of course, the house always wins, but you know what? If you don't mind that, and you're able to make a couple billion as a result, then win-win, right? So we'll go ahead and get this injected. I should have trained that. I don't know why I did that. Oh, they have that handy-dandy train skill to 1 now button, and I should have pressed it. No worries. We'll just come down and stick it in the queue. Stick it in the queue. And that's going to bump, unfortunately, that out. But you know what? It's going to be about a week until I have it at what I would be comfortable with flying a Marauder around. You know, if you spend $1 billion on the ship alone and then another couple billion on the fittings, you better be friggin' ready to sit in that ship. Either everything's at 4 or everything's at 5. Nothing less. And that's true of even cheaper ships. You don't need to be flying a cruiser if you can fly a cruiser only with 2s or 3 skills. You know, fly a frigate really, really well, and then jump into a well-skilled cruiser when you're ready. EVE is all about patience. EVE is all about planning, and you know, it's really just a long investment type of game. So obviously, if you're watching this, you know that this is nothing new to you guys. But figured I'd put out my New Year's resolution. I need to get better at EVE. You know, I'm a vet. I should be raking in billions all the time. I don't, just because I'm lazy, and just because, you know, I don't feel like I'm one of those smart people who knows how to manipulate things in his advantage. So other than that, other than the immediate PvE Care Bearing it up, my awesome shuttle, woo woo. I was not going to come out in a blingy ship just because shuttles are faster, especially now after the Rubicon update. Anyways, good grief. You guys can just say, Memu, shut up. Shut up. I'm sure if you've made it this far, you're amazing. I'm sure everybody else has clicked off by now. But thanks for tuning in, guys. I look forward to having you guys on the channel in 2014. I look forward to, you know, grabbing a lot of other viewers to have fun with us. And I'm going to be I have a lot planned. I'm really excited for this, and hope you guys will stick with me. And I'll be doing a separate vlog type video for, you know, exactly what's going on. There has been a bit of a delay in content, and that is my fault. Sorry about that, guys. It's just been with all of the holidays and some of the real life things that I've had going on. It has been taken over and zapping my motivation, really. But hope you guys will stay tuned and tell all your friends, tell all your family, hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in space. Cheers.
You've got some blood on you.